Stone Conservatives. We're out here at the Hemp Festival, and we ran into a man that's also doing some media. First question, what brings you out to Hempfest?
We're doing a documentary that we're in the process of still raising funds for, called The Cannabis Conundrum. And it's really about the science and the medical science of cannabis. Okay. And we're doing research we're looking into the research being done in 4 areas. Cancer, PTSD, seizures, and pain.
That's wonderful. I'm a heavy advocate for legalizing it, and especially medical cannabis. I really don't like what's going on with the opioid epidemic that's going on. Right. You would agree so too, right?
Yes, we interviewed one of in our tease reel. One of the patients is a woman who has managed to decrease her opioid use, I can't say addiction, but use, by switching to cannabis.
See, and that's why I support it as a conservative. I believe that we should have it in all states, especially medical. Now I have an important question. Do you support our president?
No.
And would you support him more or maybe give him a chance if he were to legalize it or consider it?
No.
No.
It would be nice if he did. Let me say that. Right. If he put the hammer down on Jeff Sessions. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think he's a competent leader.
What do you think about the recent report that came out that basically he talked to the governor of Colorado, and he said that he's not interested in fighting on states that are already legalized?
Well, any movement that he makes to particularly promote the use of medical marijuana is fine, but it doesn't right his other wrongs.
Right.
But I appreciate the fact that he's doing it.
Place is confusing.
They got glass.
Yeah, they're blowing glass, which takes talent and spit. There's CBD dabs everywhere. My ear is kind of clogged. There's an extreme close-up. I feel uncomfortable. I feel like we should ask some more people if this is hemp. Okay. Hi. Are these bow ties hemp?
Yeah, these are all made out of hemp blends. These ones here are 70% hemp, 30% silk.
Okay.
These ones here, the more canvas-like, are 55% hemp, 45% cotton.
What do you guys think of the archery also being a part of the Hempfest?
It kind of threw me off when I saw this guy from Assassin's Creed walk by.
Yeah, it kind of concerns me that there's just enough separation between the Hempfest and the Archery Fest, but then again, this is an inclusive environment. I think they should combine the two. Yeah. Shoot some hemp. Are these grinders? You know there's an app for that. Oh, okay. How long have you been making these? Is this something that's relatively new?
I've been doing these for about 6 years.
How long have you guys been doing the Chronicle for?
About a year. This is the 4th issue that just came out, the most recent issue. And here's our 3rd issue. We just show up to all these events right here, and like we have them for free in most shops, most smoke shops, most places like that.
Give up the tendency to accept your brother's suffering. Give up the need to escape from reality. Give up that attitude.
Yeah, and I do the podcast. It's basically a page here in town. It's called Stone Conservatives, and basically we're a Republican-leaning news outlet, mostly entertainment, focusing on just current events and politics like that. But currently we're trying to advocate for cannabis because a lot of people have a misconception that Republicans and stuff like that don't really support pot, and they haven't really tend to in the past.
Right.
But nowadays, I think times are a little bit different, especially with the current election that we went through. So now we just want to support pot and and stuff like that, and show that we're more open and not closed-minded as would think.
Right, as the stereotype projects, right?
Right. Yeah.
Awesome.
I know.
Well, thanks for
So what did you think about your experience with that interview with the staffing company?
Okay, so it was going fine. They actually thought I was really cool. I could see like there was like some light in her eyes, like she actually wanted to talk to me and liked what we were doing. She immediately, as I was done talking, because I knew the second I would stop talking, she would say something like but she went as far as saying, yeah, well, have a good day. Like she did not want to talk to me any longer. So that's pretty interesting. I'm trying to be open-minded, and earlier that guy was like, hell no with the president and shit, and that lady, she didn't even want to like look at me. Like I at one moment I saw like light, and now it's gone. So
I know people that it helps with seizures. I'm actually looking at you. Do you want me to look at the camera?
Yeah.
I know how many people it's helped with seizures. I know how many people it's helped with pain. I know how many people it's helped with when no medical prescriptions could. In fact, they'd screw everything up and make people worse. And so look, if it's going to help people and it's going to bring revenue, you look at Colorado, my God, they can't build homes fast enough because of all the revenue it's generating, and it truly makes a difference in people's lives, then please, somebody, somewhere, whatever powers it be, keep it going, keep it legal, tax it, do whatever you got to do, make the revenue, and make a difference in people's lives and save them and their health.
And you think Trump should legalize it, right?
Well, if he's the one that's in charge of making that decision, all the powers that be should legalize it everywhere if he puts it in the hands of the state. And if Trump has to do it in terms of the president, well, then he should do it to help a lot of people. You're going to use me. Use this, what I'm about to say.
Right.
I have never been high one time in my entire life, ever. I've never smoked pot, could have. I had thousands of opportunities, never wanted to. I'm here supporting my sweetheart who's in this field. It's not because of me. It's not because I'll even do it. It's because the people in my family that do it, that it saves them from the tremendous headaches they've had, from the tremendous other medical problems. The CBD oil that's, actually wait, I did use CBD oil on pain where nothing else touched it, and the pain went away. I'm not joking. This I have trouble believing. The pain went away in about 2 seconds. As soon as I put it on, I was like, where'd my pain go? And it was there for weeks. So if it's going to make that kind of a difference, just make it legal, help everybody. So there you go.
A lot of people would think that conservative people and whatnot don't really support cannabis and like certain other rights and stuff like that, but there's actually more open-minded conservative people that actually support our president and stuff like that actually do support cannabis and stuff like that. So what brings you out to Hempfest?
I love hemp.
You love it?
Yeah, it's so important.
Are you a medical cannabis patient?
No, and I really disagree with the whole idea that I even need permission from the government to use a medicine.
I agree too, because if it's our right as a person and individual in this country, especially with our certain freedoms and right to privacy and like our Fourth Amendment or whatever, we shouldn't even be basically held down by the government on certain statutes like wanting our own medicine and stuff like that.
And who outlaws nature? I mean, this, I guess, pretty arrogant to begin with. Because compared to cannabis, everything else is more dangerous. Caffeine kills 10,000 people a year in this country. Nobody has ever died from pot. So, as far as scientific or spiritual, all things, it's really what I'm into is freedom. My own. I want to achieve, fail, whatever I do on my own. I don't necessarily want help or restrictions from anybody.
Right.
And spiritually, you look thousands of years, almost every continent on the planet,
Right.
a long history of use. So it's something I just feel real strongly about.
But I may ask you, did you support our president this year?
I did, and I can't stand the Republicans.
Right.
I can't stand Democrats. I think
Right.
he's the first person in my lifetime that was a legitimate candidate.
Right.
He was an outsider, kind of shook things up.
Yeah.
There's a lot he's doing that I don't,
Right.
Matter of fact, Sessions going after pot and
Right.
the asset forfeiture, I totally disagree with.
Same here.
But I look at the big picture and where this country was as far as freedom and liberty or massive control.
Okay.
And I do not want massive control.
No, same here.
And right now, to me, there's bigger fish to fry.
Of course.
Personally, marijuana or hemp cannabis utilization is the thing that motivates me the most and I feel the most strongly about. But when you add it to the whole big picture with everything else, the NSA spying on it, everything monitoring, there's so many other things
I know.
that I think take precedence right now, but definitely I'm totally for.
And especially with the corruption in the Clinton campaign and whatnot in the DNC, there's an ongoing lawsuit, and it seems like even Sessions doesn't really seem to want to go after the Clintons.
Yeah, they're both corrupt.
They're all. I know they're working with them.
Stand either one of them.
Of course.
Make me.
But I totally agree with you on Trump. I think he is definitely a candidate and our president that wasn't like a part of them. He was an outsider.
Yeah, he's
and he
outside,
is a
yes,
voice of the
yes,
person.
yeah.
And that's what a politician should be in the first
he
place.
has rough edges, but I really think he does have the best intent for this population.